let us assume that we have some vendor who could provide us materials, but in between we come across somebody who is giving at certain discounted rate as compared to the regular vendor with whom you are dealing regularly. You feel you can purchase it from the other vendor also, who is providing a discounted rate, maybe seasonal, it is not regular. In that case, in general, somebody who is dealing with business, what will they do?
So they can purchase from the other vendor also.
They can purchase from the other vendor also.
They can purchase, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they can purchase. So intermediate, if required, we can just have a small agreement with them, maybe for 1 or 2 months, or a bit beyond, to the extent where we could completely receive the goods. So in that case, we can go for an agreement. And you all know that when the quantity is more, there are chances of getting at a better competitive price. You all agree? If you are purchasing
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
more in number,
Yes.
then so
Yes.
Always bulk purchase, sir. In always we will be getting good prices, sir.
a good price, competitive price, and also discounted price, whatever. See, in business, we would like to avail such possible offers, whatever is being given by vendors at times. And moreover, one more thing is, let us assume that I am going to procure certain material. It is regularly required for me. If I, for say, I want 1,000 quantity of a particular material, maybe for 3 months job, 3 months or 4 months job, I need total number 1,000, and immediate requirement maybe 200. After I work on those and convert it into semi-finished, finished in the processing, then again I may need another 200 to 50 later, and another 300 and remaining. So in this way, I don't want all 1,000 at a time, but I want in total 1,000 maybe for 2 months or so. In that case, how am I going to deal with? See, if I keep placing orders for small numbers, small purchase orders again and again, so handling them is one, multiple purchase orders to be released. Instead of that, we can enter into an agreement, which is a single agreement, and I can schedule the quantities with different time. So schedule, the word schedule itself means it is with respect to some time period we are defining, we are scheduling it. So that is one, and contract based on either quantity or value is the other one. So these two things come under agreement.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
sir,
yes.
your voice is not audible, sir. Sometimes it's getting out of the line, sir.
Is it same with all
because
of you?
No, I can hear correctly.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
can hear properly.
Okay.
I also can hear correctly.
Fine then. Maybe some audio issue. Well, I'll repeat it. We have two types. One is scheduling agreement, other is contract. These two come under outline agreements. You can just make a note of it. Outline purchase agreements. Outline purchase agreements. It is a agreement made between purchasing organization and a vendor. Purchasing organization and a vendor. There are two types of outline agreements. Two types. One is scheduling agreement, other is contract. Scheduling agreement and contract. You make a note of first one, scheduling agreement. Scheduling agreement. Scheduling agreement further, or it is an agreement between purchasing organization and vendor. Agreement between purchasing organization and vendor to purchase materials on a predefined or okay, we'll go with that predefined timeline as specified in the agreement, or as agreed between these two parties, that is purchasing organization and vendor. Scheduling agreement can be based on PR, purchase requisition, PR, quotation, or contract. So it is as good as PO. You can create it based on PR, where you can retrieve data from purchase requisition or RFQ, quotations, or contract. Or you can manually enter the data, that is without retrieving. You can directly also create an agreement. So it is as good as PO. ME21 in the extended PO creation. I'll just go to that screen, ME21. You can see this reference to PR, contract, and RFQ. Of course, we are done with PR and RFQ already. Contract is today's topic. I'm discussing that today. So even scheduling agreement also, you can either create based on PR or contract or RFQ. I'll just take that as well, that screen as well. ME31L, see here also create scheduling agreement. You have all three. So you can see, hope you are able to see both the screens side by side.
No,
Are
sir.
you-
No, sir.
No, sir. Scheduling agreement screen is not visible.
Now scheduling agreement screen.
Yes. Yes, create scheduling agreement. Yes.
PO screen.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I able to see only one screen at a time, sir.
Fine.
Yes. Create purchase order. It is visible now.
Okay, purchase order is visible, right? So in purchase order, the way you have, similarly, you have it in scheduling agreement also. Now you are able to see scheduling agreement screen.
Yes.
So PR, RFQ, contract, all three. Both are similar. Further, you can make a note. In scheduling agreement, we can schedule delivery of goods with respect to quantity, and time. Okay, let us complete this and then go to contract. You can write down the path. Before that, let me give you some more information. See, I am just moving into customizing part, SPRO IMG. See, materials management, purchasing. Under that, we have scheduling agreements. See, if I click on this, define document types. LP is standard scheduling agreement. LP, standard scheduling agreement. See, it has already the number range predefined. 55 is internal and 56 is external. 55 and 56, internal and external. Number ranges, LP, make a note. We can just observe what is that 55 and what is 56 as well. See, I just went into number range, OMH6. Define number ranges under scheduling agreement. You can just make a note of this path. SPRO IMG, SPRO IMG, materials management, purchasing, materials management, purchasing. Under that, scheduling agreement. There you can see both define document types and number ranges. You have document type, number range. So if I go to number ranges, click on intervals, change intervals. I can from this add free intervals if required. I can just create one more, or I can go with something which is already existing. It is not required or mandatory for us to keep creating number ranges for every document, but you should be aware of how to create this. If you know one, if you have already done it for materials, the attributes of material types, and also for vendors, so that is sufficient enough for you to know how to create number ranges. It is same for all documents. In fact, we have these number ranges defined existing. You saw that 55 and 56 internal and external being assigned. 55 starts with 55 and 56 starts with 56. A huge range is already predefined. It's already assigned as well for LP, a document type. It is already assigned. Now I'll come back to logistics. Make a note, SAP menu, logistics, materials management, purchasing, outline agreement, SAP menu, logistics, materials management, purchasing, outline agreement. We have contract also here, but let me complete this and then go to contract. Scheduling agreement. Make a note of this, ME31L, 32L, 33L, then 38 to maintain delivery schedule. And this is quite common, which we have already seen. List displays, if you come to that, by vendor or by material, I can get the list of all scheduling agreements that I have created. I have told this with respect to other documents also, purchase order, purchase requisition, RFQ. So it is quite common. List displays is to display the entire scheduling agreements that you would have created based on material, based on vendor or a group. You can just get the list. It's like part of report itself to get to know how many scheduling agreements that you have created. You can make a note of this also. ME31L, sorry, ME3L and ME3M based on vendor and material. So scheduling agreement, I repeat, create ME31L, change 32L, display 33L, then 38, maintain delivery schedule, then ME3L and 3M to list the scheduling agreement created either based on vendor or material respectively. Make a note of these T codes. Let me know once you have written. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go with this ME31L. So as I told you, I can do it with respect to PR and contract also, RFQ also, so that you can try, which we have already discussed while doing PO. I'll proceed with the direct creation of scheduling agreement. I'll take some vendor. Binav, for your information, here we are working with a different company code. You can,
Yes.
yeah, just try with whatever you would have created.
Yes. Yes.
Can you give me the vendor?
$252, sir. $252.
52. Okay, I'll go with that. So agreement type, what should I take here?
Subcontract.
Subcontractor. LP, scheduling agreement.
Sorry.
Just now we saw that, right? And SPRO, we saw that. So LP standard. Purchasing organization, YIPO. Purchasing group, YPG. So all these actually header related details. As you can see here, this is header details. I'll just go to that once I fill in. So item category, if I leave it blank, that means it is standard. Account assignment category, not required. Plant, YIBP. Then storage location, YBSL. So these are sufficient. Just observe, I'll click on this header details. It will take me to header related information, which is again about vendor, company code, agreement type, purchasing group, purchasing organization. If you just recollect from PO screen, these are things what we fill under organization status tab in the header in PO. Hope you all are able to recollect that. While creating PO also, these are the things what we are going to enter while creating
Yes,
PO.
sir.
So how long is this valid? This is something being asked now. How long should this scheduling agreement be valid? If I take it from 6, maybe for 1 month, I can take 6/6/2021, 1 month. It's valid. Payment terms taken already based on vendor creation. It is taken. So I'll come back. It is asking, do you want to save the document first? I'll say no here. I'll come back. I didn't save it. I'm just doing it again. 7,252. It seems to be a bit slow. It's loading server. So I just enter with these details. It is asking validity time. So this again brings me back to the same screen. I wanted to tell that. I enter. After entering, now I can have agreement for more than one material. More than one can be done. For time being, I'll go with one material. 707.
702, 702, sir.
7.
02.
After that. Okay,
Once again,
702,
702.
702. I'll take this. 702, 702. So target quantity, as I told, I'll go with the higher quantity, 1000. I would have increased the time more than 1 month. Okay, fine. I'll proceed with this as of now. So net price, maybe 150 per unit or 100 per unit, you can define. So I create this, I save it. Observe, I have given material, target quantity, price. It has taken automatically per piece material group. Of course, I have mentioned the vendor with whom I am going to enter into an agreement. I need that information and agreement date, validity. So these things are entered along with header details. They are purchase organization, purchasing group, etc. So those informations are also furnished. With this, I'll proceed. If you are making a note, make a note of it. I'll save. Done?
Sir, completed, sir.
Okay, I'll proceed. I'll save this. So I got this 55 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 211. we had already noticed it. The number range for internal, it was defined as 55, which was starting from 55. Make a note of this number. So we have created agreement. Then if I have to change our display screen, this we have visited with respect to material also, vendor also. So if I have to make some changes, I can click on this. Instead of 1000, if I have to make it more or less, if I have to add any material or delete this, kind of that can be done in this. Or if I have to make something, some change in agreement header, I can do that as well. See now, instead of 66, I make it 67, 2021. This is the change what I am making. I'll save it. For 2 months, I extended it by 1 more month. So display will be display mode where you can't edit anything. You can just observe. So this you know. I'll come back. Now after creating, then I go to maintain schedule ME38. ME38, I enter maintain schedule. So I have to enter that agreement number. Now this agreement can have more than one material where I have to maintain the schedule. As we have created only one, so I'll have to select this. I have to select this row. Then you have delivery schedule. Can you observe this icon? Delivery schedule. Observe this. I have to click on this delivery schedule. So in this delivery date, scheduled quantity, and statistical release or delivery date. This is cumulative schedule quantity, and you can see open quantity here later. Now I'll start with this. So from today, let me take 10 days time, 16/5/2021. By then, out of 1000, I need 300 as my requirement. And if there is any delay, it should not be beyond 17/5/2021. I enter this. This is the first schedule. So delivery type, it is taken as D or T, which is for date. Now observe delivery date, next working day is 17th. What is 16th? 16th may be Sunday. Can one of you just check? Is it Sunday or some holiday? 16th in this month?
Sunday, sir, Sunday.
Yeah,
Is
that is
Sunday,
the reason
it's Sunday,
system is
sir.
saying next working day is 17th. Would you still go with 16th? Is it okay? System is asking me that. I can still override this and proceed. Enter. You can observe now cumulative schedule quantity 300 has appeared, and here open quantity 300 is appearing. Now next schedule, maybe if I receive it by 17th at the maximum, I'll work in production process. I may utilize that, and that is sufficient for me to handle another 5-6 days work. So next schedule would be by 23rd, where I need another 200. So again, I'll take one more date extra from there. I enter. Again, delivery next working date is 25th. I don't know what is 23rd. Is 23rd also? Yeah, so 7 days, Sunday. So now you can observe cumulative quantity has become 500 and open quantity is 200 for next. Then further I proceed. I'll take maybe 10th of next month. I need another 200. That is sufficient for me to work till 12th. So 700. Now you observe, I'll go to probably 25th of next month. There I'll take another 200. I enter this. So total 900, you can understand this. It is cumulative addition 300 plus 200, 500 plus 200, 700 plus 200, 900. Now let me do this. I go to next month, that is further month. I'll take 10th of next to next month. And instead, how much is my total target quantity? What is the quantity mentioned?
1,000.
1,000, right? So now you observe, I'll go a bit beyond. I enter 300. Let me see what system says. I enter 300. I'll reduce it to 7, 20, 21. I enter 300. I'll take here 37. Validity, I think I have taken only until 6. So I have crossed the quantity by 200. Now observe what system says. I'll try saving this. I'll try saving this with 5 schedules. So what does the system say?
So greater than, so
Yeah, it is.
1000 quantity.
It is saying that you have crossed. Actually, it is just 1000 and you are trying to go a bit beyond. So I am getting that message. So I'll get that message, in fact. Now I can change it and save. Now again it shows it is changed. Agreement has been changed. So that's how system will give you the indication if you are going beyond. Now ME38, I have maintained the schedule. After maintaining the schedule, then I can take same number in the place of PO. In the place of PO while processing GR. Of course, now I will not be able to, as the date is post dated. 211, right? Is that scheduling agreement number correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll enter this. So it says no selectable items because the delivery is fixed on, I think 16th, right? 16th. I fixed it on 16th. Now I can use same number in IR also. I'll show that. If I go to MIRO screen, you can observe here it is purchase order or scheduling agreement. Purchase order or scheduling agreement. I can use same number, and of course I haven't received the goods. I am not going to process this. It is same. I just wanted to tell you, you can use same number in place of PO, scheduling agreement number, and process further. This is about scheduling agreement creation and maintaining the delivery schedule. So we have less than 2 minutes. I'll just disconnect and again we'll connect back. We'll take up contract also. It is again a small topic. It will not take much time. We'll just connect back for a while and we'll just conclude with that as well. So I'll disconnect.